All right, I'm up. Let's do this. In the kitchen, 15 minutes or less, I'm going to show you a healthy, delicious, gluten-free, dairy-free granola recipe that you're going to batch for the entire week. That's right, you'll have it for the entire week. It's amazing. I'm going to get dressed. I'll meet you in the kitchen. What's up, guys? Jen Rivas here, your health and wellness coach, holistic nutritionist, showing you how to do simple better just 15 minutes at a time. Change your health, habits, and home. Let's get to the recipe. My kids absolutely love this, and when I make it, we tend to go through it rather quickly, so I like to make big batches at one time. So I actually have my oatmeal delivered by Amazon. Use their subscribe and save. You'll save an additional 5 to 15% on staple items that you know you're going to use every month anyway. So since we go through a lot of oats, I get my gluten-free oats from them. So I am going to do, let's see, each bag. It's going to make me do some math. Alexa, what's 0.5 times 17?
0.5 times 17 is 8.5.
You gotta love Alexa. All right, so each of these bags is 8.5 cups. You know, I'm gonna do probably about a bag and a half. So, I'm gonna dump all of those into my big bowl over here. And let's do about a half of this one. Looks good. And I know it's going to beef up more because I'm going to be adding some seeds and some nuts and possibly some dried fruit when I'm done. So I need a little extra room in my bowl. All right, so oats are back there. Now this is a very simple, basic granola recipe that you can build on and make your own. And I actually love this book. This basic recipe came from the Homemade Vegan Pantry. And I don't know, I took her basic recipe and I just ran with it. So I just love to, you know, add in what my family likes as far as nuts and seeds and chia seeds and hemp seeds, but we'll get to that in just a second. So let me grab a liquid measuring cup, actually. No, not in there. So per the recipe, it's telling me that they want me to add about a 1/3 cup of a neutral oil per 3 cups of oats. I have to be honest, I like to dial back the amount of oil in my granola as much as possible. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, the neutral oil I'm going to be using is an organic coconut oil. But I am going to sort of sub out some of the amount of oil for a peanut butter, which I believe not only enhances the flavor of the granola, but also makes me feel a little bit better about, you know, the amount of oil that I'm putting into our granola. I like to keep it, like I said, at a minimum if at all possible. So I'm going to add in about do about 2/3 of a cup. And remember, I'm using probably about 10 cups of gluten-free oats right now. And the beautiful thing about granola is, like, once you start stirring it, like, the whole idea is you want it to be coated. So if it's super dry, then you can go ahead and add in like a, you know, a little bit more of your liquid, whether it be oil, peanut butter, a little bit more of your sweetener, whatever. So I'm going to top this off to about a total of 1 cup. I'm going to add just a little bit more. My girls love the flavor of peanut butter. And then I'm just going to nuke this for, you know, 15, 20 seconds at a time until it's a nice liquid. So while that is warming up, I'm going to measure out my sweetener, which I'm using a raw unfiltered honey. You could certainly use a maple syrup, agave, whatever sweetener of choice. And I am going to use, they actually call for a 1/2 cup, which would put me at 1.5 cups per tripling or batching my recipe. You will quickly find that I am always also trying to find ways to limit the amount of sugar in my food. My oldest daughter being diabetic, I'm very sensitive to that, but also because sugar is just not good for us really in any form. I know it's healthier as like a raw unfiltered honey or a maple syrup, but sugar is sugar and it does cause your blood sugar to rise, so we want to be careful. So oh, that's a lovely sound. As it turns out, I have just about a cup, so that would be cutting the sweetener, what is that, by a third? Which is a good thing. So I've got my peanut butter and my coconut oil. I might send this back to the microwave for just like 10 more seconds, just to make sure it's super liquefied, because it just makes it easier to stir into the oats. 10 more seconds. I've got my honey. I'm just going to drizzle that. Ooh, Lord. And then just try and scrape all that out. Okay. Here is my other liquid ingredients. So now I've got my peanut butter, my coconut oil, nicely melted. All right, I am going to pour that in there as well. To this, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. Sometimes people wonder why in the world you add salt to baked goods. It just enhances the flavor. Obviously, you don't want to go overboard, but a little bit of salt really helps to bring out the flavors. So that's there. That looks good. Now for the fun part. So this, as it is, if you mix this and you baked it at 325, which my oven is preheating right now, it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. But there is so many possibilities to enhance this as far as health is concerned. So, man, and honestly, you don't even notice this stuff. So throw in a few tablespoons of chia seeds. Throw in a few tablespoons of flax or hemp seeds. Pick your favorite seeds or nuts, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, almonds, walnuts, pecans, cashews, you get the point. Just now is your time, your chance to go ahead and throw it all in there. So I'm putting in 3 tablespoons each of hemp and chia seeds. I love these, and hemp actually has like a natural nutty sort of flavor, so it works perfectly in this. And then I'm going to also add in a few handfuls of some sunflower seeds and almond slivers. One thing I will tell you, when you are making granola, please make sure that your nuts are unsalted. If you go the salted route, that's really all you have, then make sure you omit the salt altogether when it comes time to add that, because you really want to be able to control the sodium in it, and honestly, too much salt just throws the flavor of the granola off. It can be off-putting. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my almond slivers in here, and then I'm going to get to work stirring. And you're just tossing it until it's all coated. If you really love dried fruit, if you want dried cranberries, dried cherries, dried apricots, blueberries, whatever, wait till you bake it, and then when the granola is cooled and when you go to store it, that's when you want to add in the dried fruit, and it adds such a nice flavor and a different texture too. Apart from it getting deliciously crunchy and golden brown, the flavor is going to be relatively the same. So make sure you taste it and you like it. So I'm going to take 2 sheet pans, or baking sheets, whatever you call them. I love these silicone mats I got from Amazon. They're just incredibly simple when it comes to baking or putting anything, especially if you're trying to avoid using aluminum foil. So I'm just going to lay these 2 out over here, and I'm going to evenly distribute all of this beautiful granola mix I've got over here. you want to bake it, because I'm doing 2, I might actually flip-flop the sheets in the middle of the baking just so they bake evenly. But I would start with about 20 minutes, and you just want it to be like a nice golden brown. You'll smell it before it's done. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. But yeah, you just want it like a nice golden brown. Definitely don't want to burn your granola. I'm gonna pop it in the oven. There's 1. Done. I'm looking at my timer. We're at 14 minutes. That right there will feed us breakfast, after school snacks, shoot, maybe even like a little snack before bed for days. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I got new videos every week showing you how to upgrade your life in just 15 minutes a day. See you next time.